हरे कृष्ण प्रभु दंडवत प्रणाम।
हरे कृष्ण माता जी, हरे कृष्ण। ओके, तो हमें लास्ट टाइम पेज नंबर 53 जाए पढ़थिले, से 53 रो हम पुणी स्टार्ट करियो। एटा ला 53 रो अछि। कोन हम पढ़थिले एटा 5th चैप्टर टा। कोन समरी लास्ट टाइम
कहिले कि कोन? हेलो,
हां मु पचारछि माने कोन समरी कार मन
कृष्ण
कोन डिस्कस करथिले। लास्ट टाइम रा कार समरी मन अछि। हां कोन माते
प्रभु
सुबनी हम मतलब जो पढ़ुथिले जे कृष्ण का पोजीशन भगवत गीता रे जो कृष्ण कहछन आई एम द सोर्स ऑफ एवरीथिंग। तापरे प्रभुपाद भागवतम रु ए ब्रह्म संहिता रु विभिन्न डिस्क्रिप्शन दोचंती। तापरे हमें एठू एबे प्रभुपाद कहछन जे इट इज नॉट दैट आई एम टेलिंग, ऑल द आचार्यस आर टेलिंग। 12 आचार्यस को ना कहछन प्रभुपाद महाजन जा कहती। सॉरी 12 हां प्रभुपाद 12 आचार्यस को ना एठी कहि ना। ब्रह्मा नारद शिव भीष्म कुमार कपिल मनु बलि वैयासकी व्यासदेव एवं निजे सुखदेव गोस्वामी। तो इमाने हेले 12टा प्रमाण, सॉरी 12 जन महाजन जहा को नै कि से माने जहा कहबे सेटा हला स्क्रिप्चर्स। जण कहि पारे ना स्क्रिप्चर कोटा, तो स्क्रिप्चर हला एटा जोटा ए 12 जन कहबे सेते जने तो ए 12 जन माने जहा कहबे सेटा ही धर्म। एठो हम पढ़िबा चिंतामणि प्रकर सत्म सुकल्प वृक्ष लक्षावृतेषु सुरभिरविपालयन्तम् लक्ष्मी सहस्र शत संभ्रम सेव्यमानम् गोविंदमादि पुरुषं तमहं भजामि। Conclusion that I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, the first progenitor, who is tending the cows, fulfilling all desires in abodes built with spiritual gems. It is a spiritual world description, surrounded by millions of wish-fulfilling trees, always served with great reverence and affection by hundreds of thousands of Lakshmis for gopis. The spiritual world is जब भगवान गोविंद रहिछन, गोविंद is he is not alone. Actually Lord is never alone. You will not see any picture of the Lord where Krishna is standing alone in any BBT picture. Very rare. You will either see a peacock, a cow, or some gopis, or some his cowherd boyfriends. So they will always be there near. So that is the nature of spiritual world. Krishna does not want to stay alone. And so he is tending his couch and he is fulfilling all the desires. He is not fulfilling, the dham is fulfilling. Dham is made of what? Chintamani. Chintamani means touchstone. And this touchstone is wish fulfilling. It is, and the kalpa vriksha, there are trees which are fulfilling all the desires of anybody. And that tree is millions and millions. So today also when we go to Vrindavan, we should see this vision, with this vision, that the dham where we are going, all the trees are kalpavriksha. In Mayapur, Vrindavan, Puri, wherever you go, we go to dham, we must see with this vision. That's why it is important to go for any dham in the association of devotees. Because otherwise, if we go to dham, we may see just ordinary thing there. We may think this is ordinary, and that will be offense. And in the dham, in Krishna's abode, what happens? That Krishna is never alone. Plus, Krishna is served by thousands and hundreds of Lakshmis. Sahasra. Sahasra means 1000. Lakshmi, then Sahasra. Sahasra means 1000. Satta means 100. So 1000 into 100 is how much? 1 lakh. That means lakhs and lakhs of gopis are serving Krishna in the abode, the eternal abode, Vrindavan. So this is the spiritual part. So here Krishna is called the original person, Adi Purusha. And we are all also persons. Our father is a person, and therefore we are all persons. So if we trace our father's father back, we'll find that he was also a person, and that his father was a person, and so on, all the way back to Lord Brahma, who was the first created person in this universe. Then we will also find that Lord Brahma's father, Vishnu, is also a person. Everyone is a person, and Krishna is the supreme person. So you will just see this kind of understanding in Prabhupada's books. In Prabhupada's books, Prabhupada mentions that how the Lord is person. But in other books, if we see, they cannot explain this. In such a simple way, Prabhupada is explaining that how everybody is a person. You see, our father is a person. His father is person. His father is person. So in this way, we can go all the way back to Lord Brahma, who is the first living entity of this world. And then from Brahma came from who? Again, he came from Vishnu. So Vishnu is also a person. That means everybody is a person. So how can we say that Lord does not have form? This is a simple understanding provided. But what do impersonalists say? The impersonalist understanding of God is called Nirarcha. Nirarcha. Nirorcha. Nirorcha. Ni means negative and orcha means form, or Nirorcha means negative form. So that is their understanding. The impersonalists are mistaken when they think that God has no form at all. The word Nirorcha does not indicate that he has no form, but he has also no material form as we do. He does not have any material form like we. Form is there, but it is not material, it is spiritual form. So they are saying, impersonalists, what they are saying, that Lord is Nirorcha. He does not have, and they tell that mistakenly, Nirorcha, what they tell, it is actually meaning negative form. But they say that he is Nirakar. He has no form only, they say. Actually, it is Nirorcha. But they say Lord does not have any form. And this Nirorcha actually means what? That he does not have any material form, but he has a spiritual form. Even one devotee was giving one explanation that Lord can be called Nirakar, but we have to understand that the understanding is that he does not have any material form. So Nirakar means he does not have any material form like us, but he has a spiritual form, definitely. Like Nirgun. Nirgun means he has no qualities. No, it cannot happen. He has no material qualities. He has only spiritual qualities. So Nirarcha, Nirakar, the proper explanation of those verses are only given by Prabhupada. What is the value of our form? This form will be changed, and after few years, as soon as we give up the body, our forms are changed. This form will be changed after a few years as soon as we give up our body. Our forms are changed just as we change our suits and dresses. But God does not have a form like this. Therefore, he is sometimes called Nirarcha. Form is there, and that also has been explained in Brahma Samhita. Lord does not change his form. We change our form because we change bodies, but Lord does not change body. So his form remains constant. So this is also explained in Brahma Samhita. What is Lord's form? The next verse to Chintamani Prakarasatsu Kalpaviksha, in that after that verse, this verse comes, these two verses. These two verses, if you remember, we sing this in what? In Govindam Adipurusham prayers of Darshanarti in the temple, ISKCON temples, you'll find this. Venum kanantamaravinda dalaya taksham varhavatam samasitam sundarangam Kandarpakotikamaniya Vishesha Shobham Govindamadi Tamaham Bhajami Angani Jasya Sakalendriya Vrittimanti Pasyanti Panti Kalayanti Chiram Jaganti Ananda Chinmaya Sadujjala Vigrahasya Govindamadi Tamaham Bhajami. So this is the beautiful verses. Just see what Prabhupada is saying, the meaning. Very nice explanation to these verses. Word by word also we could go from Brahma Samhita, but I'm just reading translation now. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, who is adept at playing on his flute. Benum Kanantam. On his flute, he is an expert player of his flute. And Aravinda Dalaya Taksham. Aravinda Dalaya means Aravinda means lotus. Or by Aravinda Dalaya Taksham, lotus petals, his eyes are like fully bloomed lotus petals. And why lotus is called Aravinda? Because lotus lotus opens up when sun comes. That's why its name is related to the sun. And Aravinda Dalayakaksham, Venum Kanantam Aravinda Dalayakaksham, Varahavatam. And what he is holding on his head, a beautiful peacock feather. And he is with the figure of beauty, tinged with the hue of blue clouds. His body is the color of blue clouds, or freshly prepared clouds ready for rain. I'm sorry, freshly the clouds which are just going to be raining. There are white clouds, there are dark clouds, there are clouds which may not rain right now, but just before rain, which color is that of the cloud? That is Krishna's color of the body. That's more similar. Somewhere Prabhupada said that Krishna's body color we cannot say, because nothing material can be equated with Krishna, because Krishna is spiritual. And which color we see in this world is material. So we cannot equate, but it is almost similar, as Brahma says. And his unique loveliness, charming millions of cupids. So I worship that Govinda. The primeval Lord, whose transcendental form is full of bliss, truth, and substantially, and in this is thus full of most dazzling splendor. Each of the limbs of that transcendental figure possesses in himself the full-fledged functions of all the organs, and eternally sees, maintains, and manifests the infinite universes, both spiritual and mundane. So in this verse, also this verse is very important also, in order to say that the Lord has hands and legs like us. Angani jasya shakalendriya vrittimanti. And his limbs, the limbs of the body of Krishna, they can act in a different manner. Like our hands can do work which is possible by the hand only. It can lift, it can ride, it may eat, help in eating. Through our mouth we can only eat. Through our nose we can only smell. Through our eyes we can only see. Through our ears we can only hear. But see Lord Jagannath, he can eat through his eyes. Without his hands also he can do his work. Even Lord Jagannath has no ears, but he hears our prayers. Even the Lord manifests, this material universe is created when Vishnu saw through his glance over this world, over this universe, then this manifestation started. So Lord can do creation also through his eyes. From his body, the pods are coming and they are becoming universes, Vishnu's body. So Lord can perform all his activities, means each of his limb can do multi-activities. So that is Lord's beauty. So when we offer bhoga to the Lord, sometimes we have doubt, others doubt actually, that we are offering every day. But if there is no cut, or if the sabji and rice, all these items, it does not reduce, so how it is that Lord accepted? Because their calculation is mundane. They only think that if Lord comes and he personally puts his hand in the rice and then put it in his mouth, then only Lord ate, will say. No, Lord can just see that and accept that, yes, I have. Lord can eat it through his eyes only. Like Lord Jagannath, he eats through his eyes. So those kind of people, they cannot understand. But we can understand because we have got this proper understanding. That's why you will not see, Prabhupada is not so much focusing on, oh, this Gopal, he drank 1 glass of milk. And so that is a Pratyaksha Gopal and our deity is not. No, Prabhupada never focused like that. Because Prabhupada knew that his deities are already eating nicely. You just see the deities of Ras Bihari, the deities of Radha Govinda, before and after. Means before 10-20 years, you see the deities of Radha Govinda, and you see now what will happen. You see, just to see the change. This is a recent photo, and I will show you. This Radha is coming. Here you can see. So this is Govinda, Radha Govinda, and here is, this is old picture and this is a new picture. You see that change? See Srimati Radharani, you can identify with nice. Just see. Also see Govinda's face. Isn't it now they're little fatty or more healthy? Same with Radha Ras Bihari. Could you recognize? This is Ras Bihari. This is now. This is an old photo of Radha Ras Bihari. And here is a photo of, this is old only. This is 2013. So we'll see here is sent. This is recent. This is recent, and here is the old one. You see? If you see Prabhupada's time photo of Raspberry, you can well recognize. When did one build? Somewhere we can show that later. In Prabhupada's book, Raspberry photo may be there. So there we'll find. In Lilamrit, we can find that photo, old photo, and the recent photo you'll see. Actually, you can well recognize how Raspberry are becoming more and more healthier with time. So that is how we can recognize that the deities actually accept the prasad. They accept our service. This form is nothing, has nothing whatsoever to do with material forms. Impersonally say, oh, you say Krishna is a form. If so, how can you say that he is supreme? The impersonal Brahma is the supreme, and the impersonal Brahma is formless. But we have information that from Bhagavad Gita that Krishna is the source of impersonal Brahma. Yes, it is correct. The impersonal Brahma, it does not have any form. But above impersonal Brahma is the Paramatma realization, and above Paramatma realization is Bhagavan realization. And this about this impersonal Brahma, what Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita, Brahmano hi pratisthaham. Especially this line Prabhupada quotes many times. Brahmano hi pratisthaham. So this impersonal Brahma, the basis of this impersonal Brahma is who? Na Krishna himself. I am the basis of impersonal. This sloka. And Amritasya swasya cha sasvatasya cha dharmasya Shukhasya ikantikasya cha. And which is this is immortal. Brahma is immortal, imperishable, eternal, the constitutional position of ultimate. So this line especially we also remember 14.27 that how the impersonal Brahma is emanated or is placed on or is based on Krishna only. Next we will read next time how Krishna has form and what is his form. Brahma does not have form. You understand? Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Ki jai. Is there any comment?
Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Any comments you want to add?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
As you told, Krishna is actually he's having 16,108 gopis. Actually, what we have read, Krishna is having 16,108 gopis. But
No, they are his wives. 16,108 wives. Gopis are unlimited.
Actually, that gopis are unlimited. Lakhs and lakhs of gopis.
Countless.
Lakhs and lakhs
Yes.
of gopis.
Yeah, countless.
They are dwelling in that his Krishna Lok Golok Vrindavan or where?
Golok Vrindavan, all the gopis are.
Achha, okay, thank you.
Hare
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. ठीक है. So let us end then. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
हाँ माताजी कौन?
हाँ प्रभुजी अपन जो कहले जूहरे जो प्रभुपाद समय जो राष्ट्रविहार जी थे से वर्तमान थिकनेस बढ़ी है
हाँ you see the photo I cannot show you photo टा देखिए पूर्ण photo और ये बेटा photo तो जान old photo मत मिलूनी ना मु देखे देवी अपन बही रे अच्छी अपन जुहू
ISKCON Juhu.
हाँ
बॉम्बे इस्कन जो बॉम्बे रे प्रपात जोटा करथिले
ये जो रास्बियरी को पुराना फोटोटा हियर इट इज ना एसी रास्बियरी ए देखो रास्बियरी पे एटा को जूम करिवा
शेयर है नहीं प्रभु
हैं ओहो मो शेयर एटा ला जूम करो फोटो देखो सेव बड़ होई पन जा बेला एटा गोटे फोटो हां आ गोटे फोटो देखो एटा गोटे एटा 13
ये तो एबे फोटो एबे इटा वर्तमान रो जोटा
नहीं,
आगो देखतेले सेटा महाराज
और एटा ठीक अछि तो हां
एबे लागु
हाँ।
हां एबे लागु छनी एते पे वर्तमान हां प्रकृति मो लागु लाइट में लागु छी प्रकृति पिक्चर रे चेंज लागु छी
लागो ने हां
हां निहाती वाला
Probably that means the deities are the figures are changing day by day.
they also accept our service na
Acha, acha. So,
खुशी छनी राष्ट्र आज हम
Very
बहुत
good.
खुशी होता
हां
so
हमर कृष्ण बलराम को देखुना दी मते रासबिहारी कहि देली फुली हेतली कृष्ण बलराम को
हां
हम कृष्ण बलराम को देखिए केम देखाउतले आगु पुरना फोटो हां
maybe last time, just one day before, when I saw that Chaitanya and Nityan Prabhu,
हां
there I thought that their health is somehow increased.
they are also becoming a little fat I mean healthier and go nita after I
Healthier,
came I
healthier.
can see that
प्रभु जी राधा रानी को गालोटा पूरा पुचकू पुचकू हे गलानी
रासबिहारी को भी देखंतु रासबिहारी गोविंद भलिया देखाउतले आगु माने राधा गोविंद कोलकाता भलिया किंतु देखंते बे केम देखा
प्रकृति रे बहुत चेंजेस प्रभु जी देखिए बहुत चेंजेस लागछन ए बहुत सुंदर गोलगाल हिचे प्रकृति
हां बिल्कुल हे जने सर्विस एक्सेप्ट होसे तो हमें
हाँ।
देखो एटा त हम मटेरियलाइज देखि दउ छै हां
बहुत बढ़िया लागछ
नाम कृष्ण बल्लम को भी फोटो देखिए जानते हो केते हां ठीक अछि श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय बोल
जय
की जय
Joy.
जय